Hi Jenny, how you going?
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Did you find the building okay?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty easy.
Okay, that's good. Well, I'm glad you can make it. I won't take up too much of your time. So we get stuck into it. First off, I will introduce myself. My name is Taylah. I'm a second year psychology student, and I've invited you here today to conduct an interview based on the topic of what are undergraduate university students' experiences of friendship. Before we start, I would like to remind you that there are 2 recording devices in the room for the duration of the interview, which will be available for your records once the interview has been completed, as well as the consent form you signed earlier, giving consent for these 2 devices to be present. I'd like to add that if you feel uncomfortable at any time during the interview, you're welcome to leave. And do you have any questions before we start?
No, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, okay. Well, given you don't have any questions, I will begin recording and commence the interview. First off, are you able to tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name's Jandy. I'm 20 years old. I've currently been living in Perth for 9 years. However, I went to boarding school and now at a residential college. So that means that I go home on the holidays. Home for me is Carnarvon, which is about 8 hours from Perth. Yeah, I go home to catch up with family, friends, and things I like to do when I'm home is outdoor activities. We've got good camping and fishing up there, so I love doing that. I'm currently a 3rd year psychology and human resource management student at Curtin. However, I didn't always do a double degree. First I started off with just psychology, but I didn't see myself going down that path. So I decided to add the human resource management to it, and I'm glad that I did stick with psychology because it's interesting and I really enjoy learning about those sorts of topics. But yeah, and the human resource management is a bit dry and boring, so it sort of balances out for me.
Okay, are you able to tell me what an average day at university might look like to you?
Well, I live about 30 minutes from campus, so I try not to come in to uni as often as I can. So I put all my units on within 2 to 3 days. Currently I'm doing 2 days at uni, so that means it's quite busy. So I usually have class one after the other. And like if I do have a break, I use that time to study, I guess, write notes, catch up on work for class, and also do lectures online because I find that I would rather do lectures online so I don't have to come on campus. So yeah, it's pretty busy for me.
Yeah, it sounds quite busy. How do you go about finding a sense of balance between your busy university life and your personal life?
Well, I find that I do need to maintain that balance between uni and my personal life because one semester last year I found myself focusing on my university studies a lot more than making time out for myself and my personal life. And that became really overwhelming for me, and I actually got really stressed out because I put pressure on myself to perform really well, and I didn't have any time, I guess, to focus on my well-being and have a little bit of fun. And so now I make sure that when I'm at uni or I do decide to study, I set myself goals. I'm organised with what I'm doing that day, and that I complete the workload that I want to, so that I can, I guess, hang out with friends, have personal time, catch up with people, and yeah, do things that I want to do. Yeah, so I find that balancing it is really important.
Okay, so you tell me you like to catch up with friends. What do you think makes a friendship?
Well, I think friendship is a mixture of a few things. So first off, forgiveness is really important, and being accepting for who that person is. No one's perfect, and people make mistakes all the time. But you've got to forgive them and also accept who they are, because people are not always going to be able to please you, and sometimes they'll upset you. So you need to be able to, I guess, accept them for who they are and forgive them and their mistakes. Trust is really important, because without trust, I feel like friendships can be fragile and also create a lot of conflict. friends got to trust you, and you've got to be able to trust your friends so that you can have a healthy relationship. And another big thing for friendship is support. So you want to surround yourself with people that will help you grow and be the best person you can be. And by them being supportive and accepting of who you are, then and the decisions that you make, you'll be able to, I guess, be the best person you can be. And friendship is a two-way street. So what your friends give to you, you've also got to give back equally.
Okay, I see. And how do you feel a friendship is maintained?
So for me personally, I don't have daily or even weekly contact with my friends. And I understand that we all have our own commitments and responsibilities. My friends are uni students or they're full-time work. So I find when I am free, majority of the time my friends are not, which can be, I guess, a bit annoying. So I feel like that's a huge benefit of having social media and online interactions, because you can contact your friends, you can give them a message on Facebook and be like, hey, what's up, how are you going, and seeing what they're up to and how they are, because and you can do that at any time. But I do prefer face-to-face because you can create some more meaningful experiences with them. But sometimes that's not always the case, and so online interaction can overcome that.
Okay, and what effects do you feel friendship may have on your overall well-being at university?
Well, I feel like friendships are just important for my well-being, especially as a uni student, because you do find times where you struggle with workload or like you can't understand things and you feel overwhelmed and stressed, and that friends have became almost like a family to me. I went to boarding school, so when I moved down here, they became my family. They supported me through my good times and my bad. And so you just need someone to talk to, even if they can't help you with your uni work or stuff like that. They can support you, you can vent to them. They might give you some strategies, and I find that really helpful for my well-being, especially being a university student.
Do you feel your experience of friendship has changed or developed over time? And explain this to me.
Well, I feel like me as a person, I've changed and developed through new experiences and my values. I find that I'm a lot less tolerant person. And that's been able to transfer over to my friendships. So when I was younger, I used to want to please everyone and not step on anyone's toes. So I found that my own well-being and well-being and I guess happiness was suffering because of that. I just feel like if they're not supportive and they're not willing to compromise, I'm not hesitant of disconnecting myself from those sorts of people.
Okay, I see. And if you could change your experiences of friendship at university, what would you change and describe this to me?
I feel like I wish I made friends within my first few weeks of coming to university. I feel like now, being a third year student, everyone's sort of got their cliques and have their own established friendships. So I kind of just come in and my peers around me are more, associations rather than friendships. But I do feel like getting involved with more groups. I've become more involved with the Centre of Aboriginal Studies, and this allows me to meet new people and network with people that come from similar backgrounds as me. So if I do see them in class, that I can sit with them and talk about uni work and all those sorts of things. So, but I do hope to make at least 2 new friends this year. That's my aim. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so that concludes our interview for today. To summarise what we spoke about, you told me your views of friendship. That it's important to be forgiveful, and trust is important as well. And to maintain a friendship, you need to keep that communication, whether it's online or in your preference, face to face. And you told me that you'd like to make 2 new uni student friends this semester. Do you have any questions?
No, I think I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Okay, no worries. Well, thank you for participating in my interview. And if you do think of any questions or comments, my email has been provided on the consent form. Just flick me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.